Hi everyone, welcome to our third and final episode of our Coffee Talk series for IDAGIO Live. As usual, we're sitting here in one of our favorite cafes, the Time Tagesbar, run by a good friend of ours, who is actually also one of our most loyal Goldmund fans. He's been coming to our concerts for 10 years now, and spoiling us with wonderful coffee. In this series, we talk about our new album, Diaries. So it's all about contemporary music. In the first two episodes, we talked with living composers, and in this final episode, we want to change the perspective and show the point of view of a performer and talk about what it's like to work together with living composers, the challenges that come along with performing contemporary music, and of course also what life is like during the shutdown.
Yeah, so we have invited our very dear friend Simon Höfele, who is one of the most successful, one of the greatest young trumpet player in the entire world at the moment. He is BBC New Generation artist, and he is also in the Rising Stars tour of the European Concert Hall Association. This is where we met him for the first time this year in Luxembourg. We had the pleasure to do workshops with him, share the stage, and hang out, talk about music, photography. He's a wonderful photographer, very creative in digital and analog photography, and also, of course, coffee. Yes, so here's our dear friend Simon Höfele.
Simon!
Hi!
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today. How are you? Where are you at the moment?
I'm actually fine. It could be a lot worse. I'm at home in Karlsruhe, where I'm living and practicing all day long. And due to the lockdown, my neighbors getting annoyed even more from me. But yeah, I guess that's life from a lockdown as a musician.
Yeah, the last time we saw each other was because we've been touring through Europe kind of as a rising star. So we had the chance to be like in Dortmund, in Lisbon, in Luxembourg, and we would have seen each other in Barcelona, but then things got cancelled. So how was it for you? How have you been coping with this shutdown? I know you've been quite active also, like on social media and doing live streams, live chats. How was your experience?
I mean, there is not much you can do about this lockdown. As a musician, you know that as well as every other musician these days, because you don't have the chance to play while you're playing, because you normally play for an audience and to make music and to share that with people, and that's not possible these days. So for my in my life, it was like that I suddenly stepped up my Instagram game a lot. Many people don't like stuff like that. Other people say, okay, I'll take some weeks off now, and I can totally understand each of them. But for me, it was like, okay, I have to play trumpet. I have to keep on practicing. Otherwise, I would drive completely crazy. So that's the last point I really can rely on, just practicing each day and trying to pretend life is normal and concerts are still happening, and practicing that stuff each day, every day, and some videos and Instagram stuff, because you have more time for that and at least small goals. Yeah.
But like for you, that means like you could really use it productively, right? Because like I remember like the first couple of weeks, like for me, I didn't touch my instrument. Like like the first couple of weeks, it was like just okay, you know, like but also because it was like this whole situation, like it was kind of weird, and you had to kind of adjust to what's going on now, and so like the first couple of weeks like was like, but then we also like for us as a quartet was also the challenge that you can play alone, but we couldn't play together, just because, you know, we were also in different cities, and so it was very hard for us to actually rehearse. And that, like at the very beginning, we did one video where we actually cut us together. You know, like I think you've also done a few of these videos where you play and then you layer them, right?
Yeah.
So, Yeah, so we did one of these videos, which was fun, but then and then at some point we could, like after weeks, we could finally come together again and practice, and that was nice. But other than that, it's of course, you know, you're stuck and you don't know what to do.
And when you are alone, what else did you do in your time? Did you find a new hobby, or did you do something? What do you, tell us?
I drank way too much coffee, that's for sure, but I think otherwise that would be exactly the same. So I watched whole Netflix and Amazon Prime and all that. So basically, yeah, I'm a series junkie now. Latest, I mean, maybe I was even that before, but and I do some sports.
What sports?
Yeah, somehow, because I thought at one point I want to go running on a regular basis again. I used to do that way much more. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. And so I searched my shoes and I couldn't find them. Apparently they got lost in the somewhere. So now, yeah, I'm just trying to work out to get rid of some energy and yeah, basically that's it, and a lot of procrastinating.
Yeah, and let's talk about contemporary music. I know you're like you're a big fan for contemporary music, and you commission a lot of works too. So like our new album is also like just all about contemporary music. So how is it for you? Do you at the moment do you have like I think I saw something that there was a new piece written for you, like there was some new piece like on do you do it like on a regular basis that you commission pieces, or when did it all start with the contemporary music?
So first of all, your album is great. I really love that. It's really something else. But and I especially love that you're recording only contemporary music on this one. So that's really my kind of taste. So but when I started with contemporary music, it was, I think, back in 2012. I got in touch with Matthias Pincher, through my teacher Reinhold Friedrich, who asked me if I wanted to play with him in the Schleswig-Holstein Festival to premiere his new double concerto. And I didn't know who Matthias Pincher was. I didn't know Schleswig-Holstein Festival. I was basically a student in my second semester, and just playing a little bit trumpet. That's it. So I got the scores, and I was absolutely scared when I got them, because it looked like, how on earth is anyone capable of playing stuff like that? Because it looks so complicated. Mm-hmm. And yeah, but then I just practiced it, and I started to fall in love with it, because I was thrown in the cold water. I'm not sure if that's a saying in English too, but
in German, so
you know what I mean. So I just kept on swimming from that, and that got me really excited. And from there on, I tried to get new composers to write new pieces, and I'm very happy to be working with really great ones this far. And yeah, last week I got the new score for a new trumpet concerto called Y from Constantia Gurti, which will be premiered this summer at the opening of the Grafenegg Festival, and it will happen.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
nice.
It will happen. So in Grafenegg with the Tonkünstlerorchester Wien, and yeah, I'm really excited for that, and yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Constantia Gurti, she's a composer who lives here in Munich, and she teaches at the university in Munich. And well, the other way around, one of our pieces that we recorded on our CD is the fourth string quartet by Wolfgang Riem, who lives in Karlsruhe and teaches in Karlsruhe. He is one of the composers that we got to work with for this album. So we want to share with you, with our audience now, a little clip from Wolfgang Riem's fourth string quartet.
Das 4. Streichquartett von Wolfgang Riem ist das Stück der CD, das uns schon mit Abstand am längsten begleitet.
Interessant ist auch, dass Wolfgang Riem selbst so ziemlich genau unser Alter war, als er dieses Stück komponiert hat.
Wir finden, dass dieses Stück wirklich ein Meisterwerk ist. Das merkt man einerseits immer an der Reaktion vom Publikum, aber insbesondere auch daran, wenn wir das Stück wiederholen, entdecken wir immer neue Dinge und daran merkt man, wie gut es geschrieben ist.
In vielen Konzerten, in denen wir dieses Stück nun über die Jahre gespielt haben, waren so viele schöne Momente dabei. Es ist uns so ans Herz gewachsen, dass für uns klar war, dass dieses Stück auf die CD muss.
Es ist eines dieser Stücke, die es schafft, das Publikum absolut in den Bann zu ziehen. Also man merkt auch, nachdem man dieses Stück gespielt hat, im Ganzen, dass jeder so ergriffen ist und diese Stille, vor allem nach der Musik.
Yeah, the fourth quartet of Wolfgang Riem is very important for us, and it's the piece on the CD which we've played for the longest. And Riem is living in Karlsruhe, the place where Simon and I studied for a long time at the Hochschule. And Riem is really a big name in Karlsruhe. And Simon, my question, have you been influenced by Riem and his music? And do you think Karlsruhe is very important for contemporary music?
So I think if you play any kind of contemporary music, you are always influenced by Riem, because he's such a big influence to the whole musical world and the whole contemporary world, especially, that so many composers learned from him or got influenced by them. So kind of indirectly, I definitely am, and I really like his music. I have to be honest, I never played a piece by him because he wrote 2 pieces for trumpet which are absolutely insanely big and hard, and so I let's play that Sunday afternoon, something light. And I never played it in concert, so I didn't have a chance yet to say, okay, I'm going to do that. So but obviously in Karlsruhe, Riem is played a lot, as everywhere in the world actually, and so Riem is a really he's a fascinating person. So when you see him, this gigantic person, just his walking, without even talking to him, you are really wow.
It's his aura.
Yeah, this guy is just really so inspirational. It
was actually we were in Karlsruhe working together with him, and it was also before the album, but after playing his piece for feels like ages, and but it was very funny because the first time the start of working on the string quartet was actually quite terrifying, because as you said, his music is so complex, and so we actually we prepared the piece for a masterclass where we took place in, and so there was a masterclass with Günter Pichler from the Alban Quartet, and this 4th string quartet was actually written for the Alban Quartet, so we thought, okay, this is perfect, let's prepare it. But the thing was, we weren't living in the same cities in that time. So we kind of, we had our rehearsals prior to the masterclass, but then we realized we were just not even able to play through the piece because it was so complex. We just completely underestimated it. So we were going there to France, and we knew we were going to play for Günter Pichler now, who probably knows the piece inside out. And so it was so stressful because we were under this pressure that we actually had to play this piece, and we were absolutely not able to. So when we arrived there, he was always asking us, so when are we going to work on the Riem? And we're always, maybe we can do Haydn first. We also had a Mozart. Trying to always postpone this as far as possible because we were just so terrified. And so then actually what we did was we spent all day after the lessons working on this music, and since we each had a little house, each quartet had a little house where we were staying, and we weren't allowed to practice longer than 10 o'clock in the evening. So from 10 o'clock on, we actually, I don't know if you ever did that, we sang the music together, each with the score, And you know Beam's music, it's very, you know, extreme. So actually if you went by, if you walked by this house after 10 p.m., it probably sounded like 4, you know, crazy people yelling at each other, because that's like the way we kind of like studied the score. But at the end, so we had this rough start with this music, but at the end it was just so rewarding, and his music is so powerful. And also a little bit like what you explained, like this first, if you look at the score first, you're like completely overwhelmed, and you're like, oh my god, how should I ever learn this? But then if you dig into the music and you know, get to know the language of the composer, it becomes so accessible. And then also like in the concert situation, you can really reach people with this music, even though on the score it looks very complicated.
Yeah, in the end it comes always down to music, and I think this emotional and yes, sometimes contemporary music can be very intellectual, but not only that. Many good in contemporary music, yeah, it comes down to this really basic feeling of not what is a nice melody or what is a nice tune, but really that basically underneath that of what makes music great. And so Beam and other composers really certainly do achieve that, to touch people and get to them. And that's why I think that's one of the main reasons I really love contemporary music, because it really gets down to the basement of what music, or even the technical aspect or the intellectual aspect of everything of music makes so great, and that's really inspiring.
Yeah, Simon, I remember very well the first time when I heard you playing. This was when you played the Shostakovich concerto with piano with the Munich Chamber Orchestra.
Yeah.
And we had a little talk after this, and then we didn't meet for quite a long time, but we met very close in Luxembourg for this workshop of the Echo Rising Stars. And I remember very well that there were groups of 2 people who had to prepare a talk or speech before the others, and we had to prepare it for 15 minutes. And it's honestly, I remember we talked about 15 minutes about coffee, and then we did a very successful speech, but I really don't remember about what.
we did talk about coffee, because in the 15 minutes we realized, damn, we had a topic actually. We should talk about, like, I don't know what exactly, but it was something obviously music related. I'm not sure if it was like preparing or talking to the audience or something, or like I think it was something like going on stage.
But it's fantastic that we both don't remember exactly.
No, yeah, it's better maybe we don't remember. It's good that we don't remember exactly what we said, but I'm sure it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it was very successful. And I remember I showed you pictures of my coffee machine, and I think you have the professional.
Yeah, we have basically the same. I have the laptop.
Yeah. I have the smaller model, but older and better, of course. Yeah. So we thought today we will do something about coffee with you, and Chris will explain the rules.
Well, since this series is not just about contemporary music but also about coffee, we thought what we will do today is a little coffee challenge. We're going to challenge each other to do some really fantastic latte art. We have at least 2 specialists here with espresso and 2 coffee lovers also. And so we're going to make cappuccino with wonderful latte art. See who can do the best, who can do the nicest one. What about you? Are you going to join us?
I'm afraid my espresso machine is broken.
What?
Yeah, honestly, it's
that's the only reason we invited you.
Yeah, okay, bye. No, but I mean, obviously I have several different ones, not espresso machines. That would be nice. Yeah, I only have that mocha thing, that coffee pot on the stove. And
that's Italian style.
Then let's.
And spoiler, I don't like milk in my coffee.
Ooh, okay, well then, fair enough. We'll just make the best coffee possible. We will still challenge each other in latte art. So Rafi's going to go and prepare us some milk. And in the meantime, I want to talk about one more piece from our album. It is the string quartet Divorce by Fazil Say. We met Fazil Say last summer in the city of Hitzaka on a festival where we got to work with him and where he shared his experiences, his ideas of this piece with us. It's called Divorce, which is somewhat autobiographic, like it's his story of the divorce in music. It is very immediate, very harsh music. And let's look into that piece.
Ist es für die Zuschauer auch so gelegt?
Welcome back. So, the coffee is ready, or the milk is ready, it's steamed. We're going to do a little challenge now to see who does the best latte art of our cappuccino. So, I will start. I have to say I'm a bit under pressure because in the quartet I'm the one who always does the latte art. But this is like material I'm not used to. It's a different can, it's a different cup, so it might be that I'll goof up. Well, very important is that the first sip doesn't go in the coffee because normally it's just steamed milk. So I'm going to put it here. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry. So let's see.
It's a heart.
Okay.
Fantastic.
It's a heart.
It's art.
Okay.
So. Okay, let's see, Flo. That's Moroccan style.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, not bad.
This is.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take this serious.
How are you guys showing us the?
I don't know. We'll show you.
We'll show you.
What? Look.
Oh, we better don't show you.
Okay, this looks like coffee with milk.
Okay.
Okay, it's coffee with milk.
Okay, Pinkers.
Ooh, we have some wonderful art here.
Yeah.
Real professionals at work.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Okay.
This is actually very. It's quite pitiful.
So we can show. This is wonderful. Okay, I don't think.
No, it's.
There's a heart. I can see a heart here.
I have the very nice bubbles.
Wonderful. There's some art here. You see it?
Well, you have to
Wonderful.
just
I
imagine.
think Upper L has one, but look at my mug. That's lovely.
Oh.
Hey, BBC.
New generation artist.
Yeah, not quite, but yeah, BBC mug. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay,
I hope it tastes better than it looks. I'm sure it does.
Cheers.
Something.
Wonderful.
okay, a lot of milk.
Great challenge.
Well, we have to decide on who won, but of course it's Simon.
Simon, congratulations! This
Bravo.
fantastic latte art.
What an honor! Because I'm the
Contemporary
best latte art
latte
because milk in coffee is a no-no. That's why.
By doing no latte art, your latte art was better than our latte art. So congratulations. So actually, this is how we're going to round up our episode. Thank you, Simon, so much for joining us. It was a huge pleasure. I hope we'll see each other touring through Europe again. Hopefully, we'll be back on stage soon. And until then, the very best to you and to our audience. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a huge pleasure. We want to say thank you to IDAGIO for hosting our series, especially also for our tech support, Eric, who's been doing all the coordination and coping with all our technical little problems, since we're no experts. So thank you so much, Eric. And big thank you to the Time Tagesbar for providing us with this lovely location and all the cappuccinos. It's been actually, you always just see us drinking one cappuccino, but actually each day we came here, it was like 5 cappuccinos per person. So I think, thank you so much. We're very grateful. And so I hope you enjoyed this episode, this series, and bye-bye.